You're watching the Original Music Podcast with your hosts Raymond Hems and Rick Gathman.
All right, here we go. Episode 32. Tonight we have Kickin Valentina, a rock band out of the Atlanta area, but it sounds like it's got some members all over the place. Tonight we have
Jimmy Berdine.
We have Jimmy with us. Jimmy, how you doing?
You pronounce
Good,
it Jimmy Berdine, right?
Jimmy Berdine.
Berdine. I was going to say
Berdine.
that. Damn, man. I figured I've known you long enough that I'd pull it off, and I didn't.
Dude, that's cool.
Jimmy,
no problem.
I let us both down.
Everybody, Siri even pronounced it wrong. Hey, Siri, who are the members of Kickin Valentina? Jimmy Berdine. Oh, great.
Hey, listen, I've got my last name's Gathman, so I get it all.
Yeah.
I get Gathman, Gatherman, you know.
Yeah, Siri messes up your name
Every time.
Yeah. Jimmy, I
That's
like your Gas Monkey shirt.
Yeah. I noticed that too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Rich.
Yeah, it's just a big fan of bringing old cars back to life and making them cool again. You know,
You've got that Nash.
Yeah,
still?
muscle cars.
Yeah.
The muscle cars are badass.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Yeah. Me?
What would be your dream
Probably
car?
Oh God, probably a 70 Chevelle,
Yeah.
something like that.
I had a
69,
72
70,
Cutlass.
71.
Yeah.
I had a
Nice.
72 Cutlass
Nice.
in high school, but I think my dream car would be like a 62 Nova.
Well, 60.
I just
think
like
so?
that little
Old?
boxy looking
Yeah. Wow.
hot rod.
Yeah, I like the Chevelles, man. I don't
I
know.
do
It's
too.
just that and oh my God, what are those what the hell's the name of that car? It's longer. It has like the Roadrunner
Yeah.
on it. What the hell's that
Yeah,
called?
the Superbird, the
Oh,
Roadrunner.
Superbird with a big wing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are fucking cool,
They're
man.
freaking ridiculously expensive too.
Hey, if you,
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're local here to the Atlanta
Yeah.
area. You
Right.
have to come for a visit. My neighbor happens to have a Richard Petty's old.
No, he does
Superbird.
not.
I am not kidding. I just saw it the other day, and I'm like,
I've got one this
You're
big.
shitting me.
yeah, no, it's the real deal.
Are you serious?
Yes.
The,
Yeah.
the blue.
No, it's actually
Sky
orange.
blue.
It's the orange one.
Oh,
Yeah. But we digress on motor vehicles and stuff. But
maybe we digress.
maybe we do. But,
we may revisit that one.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
So anyway, Jimmy and I have known each other for 5-6 years now, and we've played together. They've graced us, my band Say Never. They've let us open for them a couple of times, and they've been out in the UK touring all over the place.
Yeah. How has touring been going overseas compared to the U.S.?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different world over there, man. I mean, not only do you get the culture and the history, you know, our country's not old. Nothing's old in this country. Everything is old over there. I mean, you're playing in like catacombs and caverns, and there's this place in Scotland called Bannerman's that you're literally playing under a bridge that was built to get into the city of Edinburgh in like 1000.
That's fucking cool.
You know, it's a cave and it's brick, and when it's hot and sweaty in there, the ceiling sweats on you.
Oh,
It's ridiculous. Yeah. And then you also play in old theaters over there and old churches, and some of these venues over there are just absolutely insane. You know, they have festivals, like the stage is backed up to a castle.
Wow.
You know,
obviously the sound is
crazy.
good, right?
Over there?
Yeah, I mean, in those kinds of places, they sound like they would
my
be
God.
a sound man's nightmare, but are they? Or do they sound like...
No, dude, the acoustics in some of these places are insane. Like, we just did a show in Nottingham, a place called the Rescue Room. It's next door to Rock City. Rock City used to be like the big who's who plays. Like when Poison would tour, like they would play Rock City in Nottingham because it's like a 3,700 seat like old theater.
Yeah.
But next door is the Rescue Rooms, and we sold that out our last show with Spike from the Choir Boys. And the sound in that place was just off the charts, man. The stage sound, the sound in the room, it was just fucking banging.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, are you guys in your live setup? Are you doing live stage monitors? Are you doing in-ears? I'm a gear guy.
My singer uses in-ears. The rest of us use monitors.
Yeah, this is a gritty rock and roll band, man. These guys aren't pussies that need in ear.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing special about what we do. We literally plug in and play. There's no tracks.
Yeah.
There's no production. There's no bullshit. It's literally bare bones, plugged in and go, raw rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's
AC/DC.
Yeah.
AC/DC, early Guns N' Roses, early Motley Crue. It's fucking in your face, just standard tuning. All four of us sing, and what you hear is what you get.
Standard tuning. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, man.
Wow. So
it's extreme.
Yeah, no drop tuning. No, you might have an occasional
nothing.
drop D here, but
no, we're all standard, bro. I mean, in fact, it's basically Ampeg, Marshall, Les Paul, and fucking acoustic drums.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing. I mean, there's nothing.
We don't use these live unless we have to. I mean, I've got a big, acrylic clear kit with a rack, 8 to 18 we shoot lasers at, and we use all the TVs and do the big Pink Floyd kind of a show.
Yeah.
Completely different from Say Never. Say Never's more, geared towards what you guys do. But yeah, that's my simplified band, Say Never.
Well, I would say I was reading in the EPK some of the reviews and stuff, and sleazy rock and roll band caught my attention. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds
kind of Faster Pussycat, LA Guns, kind of.
Yeah, that's what people say, man. But I mean, really, to be honest, I mean, if you listen to our stuff, it's got that influence in it. But I don't know if it's
a little more
per se.
Yeah,
I would say we're a little more commercial. I mean,
I think
we're
so
heavy.
too. That's why I say a little more polished.
Yeah. I mean, and also like, a lot of people tell us, especially overseas, man, they're just like, where did you guys come from? Like, people don't write music like you guys do anymore. We try to write like arena rock anthem-y, sing along, put your fist in the air, kind of chant with the band kind of songs. Our next record's full of that shit. Like, we went over the top with like fucking whoa, that kind of shit.
Yeah, the chants.
Well, you guys do have amazing crowd participation. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I mean, it's
our fans are the shit.
You guys play. Everybody's into it. Everybody in the room's into it. Even the bartenders are into it. Like, if you just look around the room, there's nobody not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to throw a party, man. I mean, it's like I said, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just trying to we're there to entertain you, So why not do it?
And keep what guys our age love alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, over in Europe, there's a lot of younger people that really, the European market's different than the United States, man. Europe, they're still into that old school Iron Maiden and Motley Crue and fucking, all the bullshit that Motley Crue's been pulling lately. Over there, they think they're still gods. Def Leppard's still huge over there.
Yeah.
Those bands they're all headlining 60, 100,000. I mean, Kiss, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses are all headlining every one of the festivals. Hellfest, 100,000 people. Download this past weekend, 100,000 people. Metallica, that's old school. Granted, you have your Slipknots and In This Moment and Bring Me to the Horizons and all that.
Right.
But a lot of the people over there, they don't want that.
Yeah. Well, you said something.
Some of the arena bands here are theater bands in Europe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you can't sing along with any of that bullshit.
Well, no.
Although we do know a band called Sixth Sense, which is good friends of ours that they kind of mix the two.
Well, they sing
genres
melody
together. Yeah, they've got melody along with the growling, along with rap, all in one. One balled up.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, all
it's
the power
killer.
to them. If that's what works, they're into it and they have a crowd and a fan base. Gone. That's not my thing, and none of my guys in the band. We're all old school rock guys. We're influenced by, the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and the AC/DCs of the world, and my favorite band on the planet's Rat, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Van Halen and Guns N' Roses and early Motley and the Sunset Strip shit. That's what we grew up on. That's what we love. But I have some modern rock bands I dig. I'm a big Godsmack fan. I love Volbeat.
Yeah.
Ghost is fucking cool.
Oh yeah, I just got kind of turned on to them myself.
I mean, they're Hammerfall, Amon Amarth. I can get into some of the heavier stuff. Behemoth, if you want to get black metal, I like some of that stuff. And then of course all the Scandinavian rock and metal is just that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's what I listen to.
Yeah.
You know, Denmark, Swedish, and Norwegian bands.
Yeah. And even Iceland's got the post rock, and I mean they got some of that stuff coming out of there too. It's crazy.
So why is that kind of where why is that your go-to music right now? It's just a mood thing, and you just kind of
it's very LA 80s sounding.
Oh, is it
like
really?
the hardcore super? Oh yeah, check out bands like Crazy Licks,
okay,
and Hardcore Superstar, and Shiraz Lane, and the Cruel Intentions. They're good buddies of ours. I mean, Lizzie used to sing for Veins of Jenna. If you guys remember that band is. That was a Nikki Sixx project back in the day. It's just that to me, Cruel Intentions, and they're fucking sleazy. It's I mean, that's just it's
Cruel Intentions.
Lizzie's just got the rasp, and they're all like, leather jackets and black stretch, skinny jeans and fucking Vans and Chucks and tattoos and black hair and tons of eye makeup, kind of like what we do too. But it's just fucking good, man. It's got energy, and live over there, man, people go fucking nuts for that shit.
I'm gonna go ahead.
That's kind of where
put this out there, not to interrupt you, but you're a pretty some bitch with some makeup on. I'm just gonna say.
You know what? I'm pretty easy too, so you better watch yourself.
Be careful.
Hey, I'm pretty too when I put my makeup on.
You are. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm not a makeup guy so much, but I like when you guys do it.
Yeah.
Hey, you said something a minute ago regarding the festivals in Europe that are 100,000, and there's multiple festivals going on like that. Compared to the U.S., what's comparable in the U.S. as far as there's I think the Blue Ridge Festival, Blue Ridge Rock Fest thing.
Yeah, Blue Ridge, you got Live and Loud in Louisville. You have that thing they have down in Daytona that used to be the thing they did in Charlotte, but they moved it down to Daytona. What the hell is that called? Rock on the Range is up in Columbus, Ohio. I don't know if that's still going on.
It's still going on.
Rocklahoma, that kind of stuff.
That's pretty big.
But the difference between those festivals and the festivals in Europe is all the festivals here in the United States that have 40, 50, 60, 70,000 people at it. It's all the Slipknots and the modern rock. I call them octane bands that are on that lineup. You might, if you're lucky, get a Metallica or a Judas Priest. Other than that, it's one style of music. It's all modern and new metal.
Yeah.
Where in Europe, you'll have Kiss, Ozzy, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses on a festival, but you'll also have Slipknot and Volbeat and Ghost and some of the modern bands. And then you'll have like thrown in there like Lita Ford, Winger, and Y&T. You know what I'm saying? You don't get any of that here in the United States. Doesn't show classic rock any kind of fucking love at all, which is a shame because they should really mix it. If you're going to have a metal festival, so throw an Anthrax and a Megadeth and a Motley Crue and a Kiss and I mean, fuck me. They've been around for 40 years, 30, 40 years. You should give them. I know people want to hear the new music, and in the United States, kids are usually the ones that are going to those. But I mean, it ain't the young people going to these festivals in Europe. I mean, they're there, but I'm talking 50, 60, 70-year-old people at some of these events.
Wow.
Rocking the fuck out in their battle vests and all that shit, dude. It's insane. I mean, the one year I went to Sweden Rock Festival, I saw Slayer, and the guy that followed him on Slayer was Rick Springfield.
Oh, hey, wait.
I just saw him the other night.
Yeah, he just saw him.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
he was great.
It was fantastic.
My wife went backstage, and her best friend got
a
guitar and signed. Got the dog on. Yeah.
Did you say he's 77?
He's 74, almost 74. About to turn 74. Yeah.
Yep.
That gives me a little hope.
That
gives me a little hope.
He's a good-looking man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
He is. The fucking chick's panties drop when that guy goes, how's it go? Jesse is a friend.
Jesse's girl,
yeah. I mean, I've seen like Billy Idol and Joan Jett and Styx and Journey and all kinds of bands over there with, the Megadeths and the Behemoths and the Volbeats and the Amon Amarths. They don't genreify their music over in Europe. If it's a good fucking rock band and Yeah, it's just if it's good rock and roll, it's good rock and roll. I mean, I've seen dudes. Here's an example: that Sweden Rock Festival I went to. Rick Springfield's on stage, and I see dudes with upside down crosses painted on their face, like like how do you Demore Gabor, however you say it. They're black metal, like Behemoth, where they paint their faces white with all the Cannibal Corpse and shit, all that stuff, or whatever they do. Singing Rick Springfield songs.
No shit.
Right.
Like, could you imagine? That guy would get his ass kicked if it happened here in the States. You're not metal enough.
Yeah.
It's just a different world
crazy
over there. I mean,
I think when we had a couple of festivals when we were out, and our dressing room was right next to Joan Jett's, and the oldest, I think the oldest band that was on that tour was Accept. That's the oldest band I think I've ever been out with, where I was like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Those guys live in Nashville now.
Oh yeah.
The Accept guys, I guess they're in Nashville now, from what I've heard. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they do much.
Who isn't in Nashville?
Yeah.
When they go out, it's a special thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, thank God that Nashville has, a lot of the rock guys have moved there, and it's not just cowboy hats and cow patties anymore.
Right.
Yeah. One name that comes to my mind is Ray Luzier.
Yeah.
Lives in Nashville, is kind of based out of there. And a lot of guys. One of the Motley Crue guys lives there, right?
I think. Let's see. Vince is in Vegas, right?
Vince is in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Mick Mars is in Nashville.
I think it's Mick.
Mick Mars, yeah.
It's Mick. Yeah, it's Mick's in Nashville.
Yeah. So, it's nice that there's more than just the country thing going on in Nashville, and that maybe those guys can learn a little something about the camaraderie of the country singers, the songwriters going to the Bluebird, and just sitting around and like working together, writing songs. Here's one I did, and that didn't really exist in my experience of playing music for 35 years or whatever.
Right.
That kind of camaraderie within the rock realm just didn't exist. It was always kind of like, all right, we got to beat the shit out of that band on stage tonight. It was always like more like a fight. It's more like the UFC. The rock and roll genre was like, all right, my boys we're trained up, we're ready to go, we're gonna kick ass on stage. And the country guys seemed to be like, hey, I got a great song. You want to record it? And they would just work it out with their labels and publishing, and next thing you know, there's a hit that somebody else wrote. It's pretty crazy.
Where did you guys record? Where was your main place of recording?
The Revenge. That's the name of the newest record, right?
Revenge of Rock.
Revenge of Rock.
The latest record. Yeah, that record's came out in 21, but we got a new record we're going to release here in spring.
Yeah.
That's coming in 2024. But we've recorded everything with Andy Reilly over at Muse Productions. He's absolutely fantastic. He makes us sound amazing.
Yeah. And where's that located? Where's that?
He's out in New Bern, Georgia, Covington.
Okay.
Fuck out there from here.
Say that again. Name of the studio?
Muse, Muse, Muse Productions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy Reilly, British guy, London, awesome.
Right.
He's our guy. Like I said, makes us sound amazing.
Well, it makes sense if he's probably into that sound.
Yeah.
According.
He worked with a lot of people. Bruce Dickinson, Asia.
Right.
FM. Wow. He did the editing for the music for the Bon Jovi "Born to Be My Baby" video. He's got such a
repertoire.
Older gentleman.
His resume doesn't suck.
Yeah. Well, I also, because I did a little bit of research and prepping for this, you used Maurer to master at LA, and we just used him as well on the Hope Sanker record.
Yep, Mr. Applebaum.
Yeah, Applebaum, Maurer Applebaum. If you guys need some mastering out there, he's the man, and he is
the man.
Yeah, so easy to work with and quick.
Yeah, he works with, like, Sabaton and Accept, and he does all the big boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, he
pay
did
them.
he did the Revenge of Rock record.
Yeah. So that's what I read. Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. The
Mhm.
importance of finding Andy at Muse Productions to help you record and engineer and get your stuff to recorded. Um, that next step is where I think a lot of bands kind of miss the mark as far as mastering and
Yeah.
getting that final polish on your records. Sorry, but you have to spend the money to do that too.
Yeah,
It's important.
it really enhances all the instruments and pieces them where you can hear them equally through the songs, and it's not muddied up,
Right.
and all your vocal parts are out there out front. And it's I mean, granted, you got to get a good editing and a good mix and good tones and all that stuff too, but once a good mastering comes through, man, it really just makes the record pop, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And balances out what I've found in the past. So you do a 8, 10, 13, 14 song record, getting all
Right.
of those tracks to have symmetry as far as how they sound, how they feel, how loud they are. You have to just
Right.
hand it off to the pros and pay
Yep.
for that mastering.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
let's talk about Kickin'
Yep. Yeah, he
Valentina.
ain't cheap either.
No, he's not. He's
Sure.
not. I can vouch.
What's that?
I can vouch he's
Yeah.
not cheap as far as
Oh yeah, yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah, you get what you pay for, though.
It's gonna hurt a
Right.
little bit, but
It's exactly right.
you have to bend over and do it because it's important.
Yeah, I mean, really, I can't. To be honest with you, I mean, he's probably. I couldn't think of anybody else that I would send our next record to. I hope to God he masters our next record.
Yeah.
So
Well, the interesting thing is that they like to charge by the minute, and I can respect that. I
Yeah,
can respect that.
yeah. Because
You know,
why not?
because that's what I do. I mean, I charge by the minute, so it is
Yeah.
it is what to get the best. That's what you have to do. But Kickin' Valentina is I think you said uh, going on your 10-year anniversary coming up. What, next month?
yeah, July 11th will be the 10-year anniversary of our first show as a band,
Mhm.
which was at 10 High
Wow.
over in Virginia Highlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way
Curtis.
back when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't even
remember running
who
sound for
played
you
it.
guys in Cartersville for barbecue. Well, I'm not even going to grace the name.
Yeah.
For a gig in Cartersville that was outside
I
with
remember, yeah, I
with
remember
Rich.
that. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was cool. There was a lot of
Yeah.
people
I
there
think
for that.
Sammy was out. Yeah, it was cool. Watched an 80-year-old woman dance to our rendition of "Burning Love." That was kind of fun.
Hell
Train
yeah.
went by. All kinds of fun stuff.
Hey, crowd work is as a comedian, that's a different thing than what that as a rock band. Crowd work to me is when you're playing and you're watching what the hell the crowd is doing, and sometimes they're working things like, what are you doing? I'll get distracted watching somebody do something crazy in the crowd.
Is that what it is I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm going like, what the hell is going on over there in that corner? But
Yeah.
Kickin'
Oh,
Valentina,
people watching overseas. People watching overseas is fantastic.
I'm
I
sure.
bet. I bet.
You'll have a ballad playing, and some dude will be slinging his hair. Ding,
Yeah.
fucking metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
funny
cool.
how people kind of take in a live show, especially in a festival where it's outdoors. There's
Yeah.
something about, all right, we're outdoors, we can burn stuff, break stuff, get in the mud. Everybody loses their mind.
It's a
Yeah,
free
it's
for all.
fantastic,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it
It's
really
fucking
is.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
You're
is.
on stage going, okay, don't throw nothing up here, but you guys can kick the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me a little nervous though when you start seeing the whole
The mosh pits.
Yeah, it's crazy. It
Uh,
looks like a war.
Yeah.
It
I
looks
love
like
that. I
it
love
looks
that
like a
shit.
scene from Braveheart. Every time I
Yeah.
see it, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, okay, this is Braveheart.
Right.
Kickin' Valentina, who came up with the name? You've been in the band since the beginning, right?
Yeah. Heber and myself put the band together, and we also came up with the name.
That is, I've seen the name around town. I've been in Atlanta since '95, and I saw the name, and I was like, wow, it just was a really catchy. You remember it kind of a name. How did you come up with it? What's it mean?
It was really
That
weird
is a good
because it was
point. I never forgot it after I heard it the
No, me
first
neither.
time. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what we tell people and how it arrived are two different things. Heber and I came up with the name, but what we tell people is that there is, and this is factual, there is a ex-70s, 80s fetish adult star in Germany named Valentina, and men paid her to kick him in the balls, Kickin Valentina.
Okay, that's memorable as well.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Man, it goes right hand in hand with the sleaze rock.
Yeah,
man.
right. Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's that backstory maybe should be a song, like with a video attached.
Oh,
and
no
do you
doubt.
do you
There's
have
a video there for sure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Do you have a Kickin Valentina song, like the name of the band song?
No.
Let's tell
Like
that.
Valentina, no.
Yeah,
No.
let's do a
It
video.
does sound like
No.
it needs to be done,
Yeah.
Jimmy. I'm just saying it's kind of a strong idea.
I'll pitch it to my singer. I'll pitch it to my singer, see what he thinks. I'm probably quite sure what my answer is going to be. But
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Kickin Valentina OnlyFans.
yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good segue though, real quick into some of the modern like technology stuff and OnlyFans and TikToks, and I mean Instagram now is like old school. Facebook is like grandparents. There's kind of seems to be like kind of a wave of these social media platforms that, oh, that's old, we don't use that anymore. And maybe what's the next thing? I mean, how do you guys handle your social media presence to keep up?
To be honest, man, it's still a shit ton of Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook ad, did I call it Spacebook? Yeah. Facebook ads, spending money
It's
on
actually
ads
more
to get
accurate.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed that when we put some money behind things, we get a better response.
Yeah.
The algorithms just aren't pushing fucking flyers, and they're just not pushing videos. You have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And Instagram, Facebook, you can that's one thing that our band does well. We interact with our fans. So
Yeah.
Facebook allows us to interact. Instagram, you really can't.
Right.
Twitter is what it is. I use Twitter just to market clubs that actually have Twitter pages and just share and tag and that kind of shit. But there's no interaction. And I'm thinking, I did a lot of that for this UK tour, and we had great turnouts. And most of my marketing and advertising that I did was off Twitter. The venues did a lot of the other stuff, but also were sharing. And like some of the bands we played with used the Twitter accounts, and we tagged and shared from each other and that kind of stuff. But Instagram, I don't care for it. You can hashtag till your fucking fingers fall off, and I just don't think enough people see it.
Yeah.
And TikTok, to me, I'm not going to get on TikTok and dance around like some weirdo and shove a bottle of fucking booze up my ass and spray it on somebody. Some fucking stupid
Might go
video.
viral.
Yeah, well, it might go viral. Yeah, but
and you might die.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's it doing for the band though? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put like 5 or 6 pictures of the band and throw some music over the top of it, and then hashtag everything you're supposed to do. But it just really, it'll get like 200, 300, 400 views.
Yeah.
The one time I got 18,000 views, I'm high as balls, sitting on a fucking canal in Amsterdam with the guys on a day off last year, and I was like, oh, so high in Amsterdam, something with like. Something Tic Tac. I said Tic Tac instead of TikTok, and I stopped myself. Tic Tac. Did I say Tic Tac? Yeah, you said Tic Tac. TikTok.
Yeah.
I got 18,000 fucking views on it.
Yeah. So you are using TikTok. You are using.
Oh yeah, I actually use TikTok more often for my restaurant than I do. Like I did 2 videos this week for my restaurant, but it's just me advertising the restaurant. Hey, come out! We got a $3 draft special and our new sandwich on the menu.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well, this seems like an appropriate time. This seems like an appropriate time to let everybody know what the restaurant is.
Yeah, plug it.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit. We just did a show. We actually played there this past Friday with Back in Black,
Oh
the
yeah,
AC/DC tribute band.
yeah.
With
There's
Chris
almost like
Presta?
300 people there.
Wow.
Yeah. He actually let me use his drum kit.
Damn. I wish I'd have known. I'd
Yeah,
have come.
I love Chris. Chris is my boy.
Yeah, I
I
love
love
Chris.
that guy.
Me too.
Well, that's
Yeah,
So
so-
what's the name of the restaurant and where is it?
It's called City Eats Kitchen, and it's off of South Main Street in Alpharetta.
Nice. And
So-
what kind of fare do we have at City Eats?
It's just a traditional American. We have, it's very, the concept behind it is the 4 foodie cities: Chicago, Philly, New York, and Boston.
Oh, nice.
So like we have a lobster roll that's popular. Our
Oh.
original Philly is popular. Yeah, we have, flatbreads, we have pastas, our house melt burger's fantastic. I had that for lunch today. We have a chicken pick sandwich that will rival any chicken sandwich in the South. I guarantee it.
Nice.
Well, that's good because I'm
and
about
everybody
to quit
says
eating
that. Like,
Chick-fil-A.
that's fucking chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It's just different dishes. Sandwiches. We have a steak. We have a filet mignon on the menu. We have garlic shrimp pasta on the menu. We have like a 2-inch thick pork chop Fiorentina on the menu. It's
man.
it's a variety.
Okay,
It's a good variety.
Yeah, you can go from a hand food to an
Handheld, yeah.
entree, steak
Right.
steak knife and
I've never had a lobster
Right.
roll. And every time I hear that, it's like I just want to go get a good lobster roll somewhere.
Dude, we're the best price in town, dude. I think we're like $26 or $28. Everybody else is like 35 to 40.
I just want to eat a good
So
one. I don't
fucking
give a
expensive.
shit. I just want to
Yeah.
have a good one.
They're
Well-
fantastic, dude. I'm serious.
I'll be there.
I've got an issue
Yeah.
with lobsters.
What'd you say?
I
You
said
got a crab,
I got an issue.
shellfish.
Yeah, well, it's just a swimming cockroach, man. I can't eat that.
The only thing I can't eat, I love crab legs. I love lobster. I can't eat an oyster, and I can't eat a scallop. Both of those will
Yeah.
make me sick, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I eat all that shit.
Yeah,
I eat
but
all
I can
that
eat the
shit.
shit out of crab legs.
Yeah.
So why doesn't those? Why I don't get it anyway.
I don't know, but
It's like
So
eating pussy.
Hey, all right.
That shit's fucking dirty too, but you're gonna fucking do it.
I'm not going to argue with you.
yeah.
Let's on that note, let's switch over to gear.
Yeah,
So-
gear.
When you're-
Alrighty then.
When you're alrighty then. So when you're across the pond,
Yeah.
they hook you up with whatever
Backline to
Yes.
whatever you tell them that you use.
Yeah.
Has it been
No.
on point for you, or have they been screwing
No. No, my back line completely sucks. I played on some shit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll get an opening band that has a great. Like this last tour, we did 3 shows with a band called Sweet Electric out of Germany, and the guy had a Star Classic, and I'm a Tama guy.
Wow.
So I was forever grateful, and it
Yeah.
sounded good.
Yeah.
But these dudes over there, like, they don't know what a cymbal stand is. They'll have like a ride stand and 2 crashes, and that's it.
Really?
I'm like, come on, dudes, can I get one more from my China, or
Right.
maybe a 3rd crash, something?
So
You
yeah.
know,
So
but
what is your
That's just me, though. I'm a cymbal guy.
yeah?
Yeah. How
What is your dream kit? Well, not dream kit, but what is your go to? Like I know this guy's set up.
And that guitar guy over here
Yeah.
won't let me get a word in edgewise.
Well, I mean, he has more toms than more toms
Then
than
who? What? You can't think of one? Let me talk to the drummer for
I
a
was
second.
gonna say you have more toms and cymbals than anybody I've ever seen in my life. What is?
I'm
what is
a
your-
cymbal guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
My
got. We
dream
played the
actually-
same, pretty much the same setup.
yeah. 5
Yeah,
toms?
my favorite backline kit, I'm not gonna lie. We played Bang Your Head Festival in Bellingen, Germany, in 2019. Fucking great, like 25,000 person festival. And they gave me a rusted, rust sparkled Tama Star Classic, 2 up, 2 down, double kick, and as many fucking Sabian
Nice.
AAXs as I
Hell
wanted.
yeah,
I
the
had
old Tommy
shit
Lee
fucking
kit.
everywhere.
Wow.
I had shit everywhere. It was my dream kit. I
That's
was
awesome.
fucking on a 3-foot riser. I had 2 like walls of monitors behind me. It was
Oh,
just like
yeah.
a wall of sound coming down on me.
Beautiful.
It was amazing. But that's a 25,000 person festival in Germany.
right.
You always
You know,
play better
That's
when
how they do it.
Yeah.
And where we play
You can
together,
hear.
Dixie, they always have a good drum
Yeah.
mix for me anyway. Because they,
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
I've
not
never
you-
had issues there either. Especially
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I said, yeah, especially for me too. I've never, Sammy's done our sound the last 2 shows there.
Yeah.
Sam Abernathy.
Yeah.
And he always, there's never, he's fucking good at what he does.
Yeah.
So
Indeed.
I've never had issues with him.
And you're relying on a monitor, like a sub and a top.
They have a it's at least biamped. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be triamped, I think, but it's definitely biamped where you have a sub and a mid and a horn. So
Yeah.
I said it'd be triamped. Oh, but it's the
And is
crossover in the
is that
top
mix
cabinet.
usually really loud for you?
No, it's perfect.
Well, you're
not
deaf.
really loud.
What?
You're
well, I'm deaf. I'm deaf too. It's
That's fine.
what's funny is if I can't hear my monitor, for some reason my guitar player can't hear his 5 feet in front of him.
Right.
So
Right.
I can hear his.
Yeah.
He likes his monitor ridiculously loud.
Yeah.
So I can always, if I'm not hearing mine, I hear front throw from the stage.
Yeah.
Because DK's got in-ears, but he still has a little bit of monitor, and that's right in
Yeah.
front. And you have Chris to the right of me. So I have 3 in front of me. If they're turned up in any way that I can normally hear, but I always go into shows thinking that I'm going to have shit monitor anyway, because I just, for 10 years of playing, if I've done
the worst
500 shows, 400 of them I haven't had a monitor.
Yeah.
So
when
it's
you
just
get those
ridiculous, but
gigs
it
with
is what
that
it is.
rust-colored Tama kit, it's like,
Yeah, it's bliss. Yeah, bliss.
Yeah, I got pictures on my Facebook of it, dude. It's a
Do you?
double. It's badass.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
That
are
was my
you
favorite
playing at
one.
home? You got your kid
I'm
sounded great.
literally waiting. I'm literally waiting on a brand new Tama Star Classic Walnut Birch that I just bought.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, I am so fucking excited. Put some
Why'd you buy
hydraulics
it?
on
You
that.
you need to be endorsed, homie.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't even get me started with that.
That's
I'm not in a tribute band, so I can't get a $20,000 DW kit.
Yeah.
Oh, the tribute bands are getting endorsed. Is that what you're saying?
Interesting.
These
It's fucking
motherfuckers.
crazy.
It's
But
ridiculous is what it is.
Dude, I got a stick endorsement. They hook me up, I know
cool.
that gear's not going to come free. I have a Guitar Center Pro guy that gives me the discount GC
Yeah.
Pro hookup. So
I tried to buy you heads once
and
and you wouldn't let me.
did you?
Yeah, you let me play
When?
your kit that night, and I threw money at you. And next thing I know, I got
Oh,
Paul.
yeah, no,
Paul
dude,
handing it
that's
back
no.
to me. I'm like, "What's he
Oh,
doing?"
come on, dude. That's friends fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Friends
I was
and
just trying to
family.
help
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah.
That's being a
Yeah,
friend.
dude, I appreciate that. It's all good, man.
Now, when you play, like when I watch this guy play,
Right.
Heavy hitting, big dynamic moves. What's your style?
Same.
Are you elbows in tight?
Yeah. Jimmy slams.
Are you
No.
Slugger?
Yeah.
No, I learned how to play drums by watching guys like Eric Carr and Robert Sweet and Tommy Lee and
Yeah.
Mickey D and
Yeah.
Tommy Aldridge.
Well, you
and
said Bobby
guys
Blotzer is
that-
you're a big influence, right?
Blotzer, Mick Brown, guys that openly say the drums are made to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting dents in my skins or anything crazy like that.
Right.
But I'm not rat-tat-tatting around a drum kit. I'll put my fist through a snare drum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I push into I use a little bit of a looser head on my kick drum. I use EC2 EMADs, the
Definitely.
EMAD Evans
Yep.
EMADs, and I don't keep it real tight. So
No.
there's a distinct deep punch.
Yep.
With the kick drum.
Yeah.
And for the longest time I was using kick ports also.
Yeah.
And I had like so many sound men bitch about
Yeah.
that, so I took
know.
them out.
Me too.
I don't use them anymore.
Why
Yeah.
were they?
So
why were they
I
complaining?
really loved the way it sounded.
Why were
Well-
they complaining?
Because
They said that it was too much for the mic. Like they couldn't get any kind of tone out of the kick drum. It was just like a bleh.
it's this heavy
But
plastic thing
in
that
the
goes
studio.
in a
in the
horn.
Yeah. And you stick the microphone through the plastic thing, and it supposedly enhances the tone of the kick drum. But I just had soundmen bitching me about it, so I just took it out.
Wow.
It does.
tired of
If you just
complaining
have
about
that kit sitting in the room, it does sound good. I had one on mine too, but if you do, you stick a mic
Yeah.
on it, you can't adjust. There's no room for adjustment because it's a horn going about
Right.
4 inches into your
Right.
drum. So it goes through the hole
Right.
in like a trumpet.
What if you were to
Right.
have had a internally mounted Beta 52?
It's the same situation. They don't really like that either, to be honest.
Really?
Simon. I mean, the ones that I've known don't really care
So
for that.
we're talking about appeasing sound men here as
Well,
drummers?
Yeah. I mean, that's the most important guy in the band, in my opinion. But
yeah, you better tip him.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're driving the bus, goddammit.
Yeah,
it's true.
and so are they.
Yeah, so are they. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to get a really like awesome sound dude, because every venue you go to, you get the house guy, and every guy's different.
Yeah.
You know, one guy says turn,
music.
you know, they don't know your music, and they're bitching at the guitar player and bass player to turn down. They're like, there's no stage volume. I have to feel my guitar.
Right.
And, you know, then hey, can you hit your drums a little lighter?
Yeah.
Are you fucking high?
Why'd you hire a fucking rock band, asshole? Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not playing fucking jazz back here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a hard rock band. Like
we are
I'm
a rock
drive
club, right?
Yeah.
I've been
right.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we only mic the kick and the snare. We don't do the toms. Really? How you got any overheads? Nah, we don't need them here. It's a loud room.
Hey,
you're an idiot. How's that?
That leads us to a great question. What has been and for drummers, this drummer question, what has been the absolute worst mic job that you've ever experienced on a semi-high profile gig where you're like, what is this?
Oh, on a high profile gig?
Well,
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah.
High profile gig. I've never really experienced anything like that yet. I mean, there's sometimes where I get two mics on the snare and two mics in the kick.
Yep.
You know, so I really can't say on a high profile gig. Now there has been gigs where we have shown up and they only mic the kick drum, and there's like two other microphones out front, and that's it. And you're like, don't you have live music here?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is an underground club, and it's a dive bar, and we really don't care about sound here. Well, then what the fuck am I?
Yeah, why are we here?
Yeah.
Why am I paying the $100 for the sound guy out of our money?
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we've got all these big plastic discs we're going to put up in front of your kit once you're done setting up.
Yeah. That's a new thing. Right. I just started seeing that, like the cymbal discs.
They don't do shit. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but I just started seeing them, and I'm like, I understand.
Are you talking about the little plastic things that go in front of it?
Yes.
Horizontal.
If they're going to do that, they might as well just use the 5-foot plexiglass that goes in front of the whole kit.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on playing behind that?
I've never had to do it because I'm not going to.
Right.
Those are for churches, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's to deaden the sound. Yeah, I mean, it's to deaden the sound up front and stuff like that. But we use it at City Eats because the room's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a big tin can. It bounces.
Oh, now I feel bad because I was slamming it so bad.
No, it makes sense. But
well, you need if we came there and played there, we would bring this kit.
The electric kit.
That's exactly that would work fantastic.
Yeah.
And the guitars are all in ears.
So there's no stage volume at all.
There's zero stage volume. You can turn
exactly.
it up as loud
you can
or
use those
fine.
towers behind you.
Yep.
That tower behind you is what because you would have to bring your own sound, but guys would fucking probably sound like you were in an arena.
Well, we would sound like
electronic.
a CD. We would sound like
it
a
does.
CD.
It sounds like a CD quality mix.
Perfect.
So that's kind of how I designed the setup. Is like I'm not going to bring the ham in this sitting over there, but
or the Leslie,
but yeah, I mean, I wanted to be able to reproduce like you're my age. Remember, like in '84, Pioneer came out with like 100-watt home stereo system that came in a glass cabinet, and you put your vinyl back then. You put your record on. It could be Synchronicity from the Police. It could be Van Halen, Diver Down, and you could turn it up to where it was really loud, but still extremely clean and clear
and crisp.
Crisp. That's what I want. My stage to sound like. And
I get it.
You know.
And it does.
I get it. Especially you guys are doing that. That's with covers, right?
No, unfortunately, I can't play a cover song if you drug me through the mud.
Giza's Gone is all original. Yeah. I'll have to send you. I'll send you the show.
Yeah.
For that, we
have a 90-minute show. We do one cover. We're not going to say what it is.
Okay, I'll send it to you. We did Mad Life show and recorded it, and Ray mixed it, and it sounds amazing. It's you'll see exactly what the entire show is. I'll send it to you.
What was the name of the band again?
Giza is Gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let Ray take it
Like
from there.
yeah, like the pyramids in Giza.
Giza, yeah.
Yeah, they were built what 30,000 years ago. Who knows? Nobody really knows. And the idea is that the aliens come back and take them away because they need
Exactly.
they need the limestone on their planet.
Thank you for saying that.
That story changes every time I hear it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm with you on the alien thing, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I think I've dated a
It's
couple.
cool.
Yeah.
I got to give it to him. It was his COVID project,
my COVID
and it worked
creation.
out. It's pretty badass.
Good.
Booking it's
Good.
a bitch because we don't have a singer, but he's the singer. It's
Yeah.
like we're kind of a
It's artsy.
Steve Vai type meets Pink Floyd
Okay.
meets
Yeah.
Eric Johnson meets.
Yeah, it's artsy.
Yeah, I mean
It's artsy.
he
That's
won't.
cool.
I'm trying to get him to stand in front of the kit when he's like really.
We're the exact opposite of artsy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but and
we're
I like
sloppy.
that.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are badass.
I
There's no
like
question.
We're
dirty,
more like
gritty.
a Picasso.
Yeah, yeah. I'm more like
Throw it against the
abstract.
canvas, see if it sticks.
Yeah, I think what we're doing is a little more Picasso-esque, and what you're doing is maybe a little more Gigi Allen. If you know who that is.
I missed it. Nope.
Oh, if you don't know who Gigi Allen is, I unfortunately went down a rabbit hole watching this guy. Probably late 70s, maybe early mid 80s, in the punk scene in New York. This guy,
Right, CBGBs, all that shit.
yeah. But this guy, I don't even want to tell you what he did on stage, but nobody's ever done it since. So look him up, Gigi Allen.
All right.
It's
Yeah, I already know.
Okay, if you know,
Guy
you
was
know.
a lunatic.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress about that. Back to Kickin Valentina. The record, Revenge of Rock. Somebody New. Tell us a little bit about the track while I get it queued up, and we'll play it.
Somebody New is our first single off the record. It kind of has like a melodic, almost Bon Jovi-esque kind of chorus to it.
Yeah.
Probably our most commercial song we've ever written. Harmony vocals, just a sing along, tap your foot, good time rock and roll song. Basically, singer wrote it about, in a relationship, you're not happy with what's going on in the relationship. I'll move on.
Right.
Yeah. It's just about moving on from the bad find somebody new.
Yeah. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. For the most part. Yeah. It's, it's a good song. It's definitely one of our fan favorites, especially overseas. It's crazy when you can hear the crowd singing over you playing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's awesome.
Especially the breakdown with the woes, whoa, all that stuff. You can hear the crowd singing it. And you're like, damn.
They know it.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
they fucking cool. They know it. Yeah.
Hey, well,
exactly.
Let's give it a kick here, and Somebody New with Kickin Valentina.
Cool.
It's been 13 days since I heard from you. With all the pleasure and pain that you put me through.
My drum set's here.
You're the smell of new hope.
Well, let's see it after this.
This place. You're the heart of a devil's child with an angel.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sick of playing these games. I'm sick of paying these dues. But I'm all in tonight. You got nothing to lose. Now I'm down on the edge of a broken heart. I'll try to the death or let it all fall apart. Changing my ways just to be with you. Or I'm leaving tonight with somebody new. We went our separate ways. Try to forget about you.
Wow.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's badass, dude.
That is bad.
Can you hear me?
You back with us? Oh, gotcha.
You back on?
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic.
You like that?
That is
Dude,
that
it's
is very Bon
fantastic.
Jovi-esque.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's DK. So DK, he's. I'm not gonna say he's holding back. He's not. He's singing, but when he's on stage, he's a fucking animal.
Yep.
And how does his voice hold up night after night singing like that? I meant to ask you that earlier.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. The more he smokes, the more he drinks, the more we fucking shows we do back to back, the better he gets. It's fucking weird.
The more you sound the way you're wanting to sound.
Yeah.
I mean, our last two shows, London and Nottingham on this run, we partied hard this tour, dude. It was.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know, it was, we blew it out and he just kept hitting it.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear the rest of that, man. That was really good.
Yep. Very good.
So I see your kit came.
Oh.
Dude, that's why I turned around. My roommate's like, your drum set's here. I'm like, no, it's not. And I walked down. I'm like, oh, shit, my kit's here. Yeah, it just came in the mail like 5 minutes ago.
Are you going to bust one of them out and let us see it, or is it,
I need to see
a secret?
Yeah.
I mean, I can if you'd like me to.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I think it is.
Unless you're wanting to, do a wait until you do your first show with them.
Which drum are you going to open?
Well, probably a tom.
I don't. Yeah, it's probably a tom. Let me roll downstairs real quick.
Because if he pulls a kick out, it's not going to have any heads on it or anything.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be mounted.
It's got the shell pack. I got the shell pack because I have all the hardware and stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I got two new.
The toms will have the heads on it, probably.
Oh, we'll see. We will soon see. It's only 2 boxes. And it's 6 pieces.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. So
2, 4, 5 pieces.
And this is the Tama what?
Art Star?
Star Classic.
Star Classic.
Yeah, walnut birch.
Walnut.
Hybrid.
Wow.
Walnut birch, yeah.
You jealous?
I'm a little bit jealous. Yeah. I'm a little bit jealous of that song. To be honest.
I hear you. Yeah, Muse Productions.
None of the skins are on it. So.
All right, let's see what we got here.
But hold on a second, buddy. Pulling it out here. I'm pulling out, man. I'm pulling out. Hold on here.
Pulling out of the gas monkey. Wow. Have you ever gotten a new kit in the mail like that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Two. Crush.
I've only bought one.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
I think I've only bought one new guitar. Brand new.
Yeah. Well, one of them was an open box kit. The other one was a matching kit in black, and it was new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in piano lacquer black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, baby.
Star Classic.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for you.
Dude, I'm excited for myself.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what do you got? 12, 13, 14, 16, 18?
Yeah, it looks like yeah. I mean, it came from Japan. It was coming. I bought this back in early April.
Oh, wow.
So
would you go with the 24 or kick or 22? I know that your other one's a 22.
20. I'm a 22.
Yeah.
I like the 22s, man. The 24s, I like the punch of the 22.
Yeah. My Crush acrylic kit's 22 and my Pearl Masters is 24.
Yeah.
But it's two completely different.
I've played on, there was a kit that I played on in Germany. We toured with a band called High Tide. And he had a Mapex, a really nice Mapex kit that had a 24-inch kick. It sounded good, but I couldn't get any punch out of the kick drum.
Really?
Very just kind of boo, 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 opposed to a fucking in your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That almost like a click punch. Like
that's a tuning
right
issue
in your gut.
and a sound guy issue.
Yeah. Or and I only know this because when I'm recording, I have all these drum kits, and I experiment with them all. Plastic beaters, felt beaters. Do those make a difference? Could that help the situation on a 24?
Well, I use my own pedals, so I use the reverse plastic side of the DW5000.
Yeah, gives you the click.
Yeah, exactly. You get that crack on the skin, but it just didn't do anything. The rest of the kit sounded great. I just wasn't happy with the kick.
Yeah, the most important, second most
elevated.
important one.
It had the Bonham setup.
Yeah,
that's
what
one
my
up,
Pearl
two
kit
down.
is.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of used to playing that now. So
the 24, I like the 24. It feels mushier, but if you get it, like I know how to tune a drum, so if you get it, and in your situation when you're showing up at a venue and they've got drums there for you, you don't really have a whole lot of time. To like dick with them to get them to where they feel and sound the way you want them to.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those kind of shows that you're
and
doing,
the skins are just beat to hell normally.
They
you
don't give
have
a shit.
anything new on there.
They're throw and go,
No,
get up there, play. Right. Yeah. So if you had time to sit down with a 24-inch kick, you probably like it. But my 22-inch kick currently sounds deeper and punchier than my 24, which surprised me. It just kind of happened, and the way it happened is that I had a top, I loosened my beater head as loose as I can get it, and I had one of my lugs actually fell out.
Oh, that's loose.
and I hit it one day and I was like, God, these things sound fucking amazing. And I was telling Ray, I'm like, wait till you hear these things. I look down and it's missing a lug. It's laying on the floor. I put it on and I didn't tighten it up at all. I'm like, this kick drum's perfect. This thing mic'd up's going to be, it's just going to be insane. I can't wait to play a gig with them live.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Now you guys have
enough about me.
You guys have a different need and want.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
Like you're talking about rebound on toms. The kick drum rebound, I would imagine, would be really important for you guys to be able to get the double kick thing happening comfortably. I wouldn't think that would be a throw and go type of thing. That'd be like me grabbing a guitar, hoping it's kind of in tune and just like tune, let's go.
It's more of a pedal thing, I think, at that point.
Yeah?
It's hard. Yeah, I mean, if do you agree, Jimmy? If the drum head doesn't feel what you're used to, it definitely doesn't help anything. But if you're using a pedal that you're used to,
I end up usually loosening the drum head, if anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you got your own pedal.
I take my 5000s with me, and I know what those need to feel like when you hit the skin. And I don't know why drummers sometimes, I think it's a death metal thing. I know death metal drummers really crank down on their skins for their kick and their toms because they don't play as hard, because it's a lot of, blast beats. No, a lot of blast beats and a lot of like quick rolls. That shit. You can't hit hard. You're not getting tone out of your drum kit that way, but it's whatever.
Yeah. It's like
I don't play that stuff, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, me neither. It's like a trampoline effect. If you have it looser, you can get that triplets. You can trampoline your exactly.
But but that seems to me as a guitar player like a very fine line of being awesome to being crap to being unplayable.
Sometimes. Yeah.
It seems like that's.
Well, as long as you've got your own pedal that you're used to, you can get through it.
Okay.
But it may not sound the way you're wanting it to.
Well, what are your thoughts, Jimmy?
And if it's too tight, it's hard to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's bouncy.
It's hitting a brick wall or bouncing off a brick wall.
Yeah, it's bouncy. It's throwing it back at you when you're used to not quite the quick.
Here's an example. If the skin's too tight with the hammer on the kick, imagine taking a baseball bat and hitting a wall. That's what it feels like, because you hit it, and the bat will bounce back, but it'll go
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's almost like that. It's almost, you almost have to have some give. So when you put the mallet into the skin, it moves the skin a little bit.
Agree.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, totally.
Jimmy, what are your thoughts on this crazy guy in Siberia that's sipping coffee playing
That
one-handed
dude's amazing.
Yeah,
blast
he's
beats.
the shit, isn't he?
He's playing one-handed
That
blast
dude's
beats.
amazing.
Yeah,
He's got just as
I
many
follow him,
haters
dude.
as he
I
does.
watch him daily.
yeah,
I do too.
Dude, I watch him daily. I'm like, this guy's not even human.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's the best drummer on the
Like
planet. Am I
speed
wrong?
metal drummers are like, this guy's not human. How
Yeah.
the fuck do you get that quick?
yeah.
Yeah. And he's selling a video that tells you how you're doing it without exerting any energy.
Yeah. Well, he's sipping coffee.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
We're trying to get him
Smoking a
on.
cigarette stick.
We're trying to get him on the podcast because that guy.
I
is-
reached out to him. I haven't heard back
Yeah,
yet.
he's in Siberia, and we want to know what the hell's going on up there. No, there was that crazy, meteorite burst that happened there in like 40 years ago, and I think he got special powers
It could be.
from the meteorite
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
to be able to do
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
He-
He's actually the alien that actually is coming back to take the pyramids home.
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Once he gets enough money from all of his videos, he's going to call the mothership
Yes.
and bring the fucking pyramids home.
Yeah.
I tell you, man.
He is badass, though.
What are your thoughts on
Yeah.
the internet? We're of an age that we grew up, we didn't have internet, and
Mhm.
and now we have the internet, and we see things we never would have seen. In my case, I see a 13-year-old Asian girl playing
know.
Steely
Mhm.
Dan solos.
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to rewind and listen or wait until a song comes on the radio and hit record.
yeah.
Now you got the
And you see
Yeah.
such talent. I find myself sometimes being like, "Oh my God, what am I even trying to do?"
Yeah, it's
when
annoying.
when I see something like that. What are you seeing on the internet like that? That's blowing your mind. Besides the Siberian guy.
Well, you have that little boy who plays the drums that's got the mohawk.
Oh yeah,
He
seen him.
crushes it.
Yep.
But the thing is, when I look at all these kids
Yep.
that have all the talent that are playing their instruments and stuff like that, I look and go, wow, that's amazing. Good for you. Your parents brought you up right. You're playing music. You've mastered an instrument.
Yep.
You're very talented. And then I go, can you write a song?
Yeah, not yet, but they will.
We'll see.
I think that.
I mean, dude, I'm gonna say something, and I can get crushed for this probably, but you look at guys like Steve Vai.
Yeah.
That guy is absolutely 110% one of the greatest guitar players that ever lived.
Yeah.
His best work to me was "Slip of the Tongue" with Whitesnake,
Wow. Okay.
because I like songs with lyrics and music and
Right.
a full, and he doesn't put that stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all instrumental stuff. Can you strum a E chord and let it ring out and have somebody sing over it? That's just me. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from those guys. I'm just not into that stuff. I know they can shred.
Yeah.
I know that they're talented. I know that he's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen did all that shit, but he had Van Halen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny that you actually bring that up because I've just been watching the Rick Beato interview with Nuno Betancourt, and
Yeah.
and Nuno was saying the exact same thing. Like, Van Halen had David Lee Roth. When you're writing guitar solos, you got 20, 35 seconds to get back to the vocal because that's what's important. And
Right.
and it's a different ball game, if you're writing an instrumental piece where, you just have free reign to do whatever you want to do. But that goes over the head of 95% of the people that happen to be
People don't understand it.
right.
Right. They don't understand it. And some of it I don't understand. I'm not fucking musically inclined, but I'm a drummer, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
But I
resemble that
I
remark.
like a good song.
Yeah.
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 I like a good song. Don't get me wrong. I like the Chris Impelliteris and the Joe Satrianis and the Steve Vais and all those guys of the world. But the Eddie Van Halens of the world, they're just as good. Groundbreaking artists. Blow your mind with their playing. But he put out how many records did Van Halen do? 12. 15
Yeah.
that are just all of their records are fucking. There's music on there that are hits.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just my taste. I would prefer to listen to a record that, I would rather listen to, Van Halen 1 or 1984 than Surfing with the Alien by Satriani.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
with you on
That's just my flavor.
Yeah. I would like to listen to both of them. Diver Down, the Full Bug is one of my all-time favorites. But there's room for both. I get it though. Surfing with the Alien, that kind of, and Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow and Wired, kind of that fusion instrumental thing. It was musicians' music.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
whereas
right.
the other stuff you're talking about is mass appeal.
Right.
So there's obviously a
They're
genre.
musicians band. Anything. That's what I was comparing us to, Steve Vai and Eric Johnson and all the,
Right.
that's what we are.
I just,
we're surfing with the alien.
It's just my flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, people look at me with, when I say Rat's my favorite band, they're like, what are you, queer? I'm like, come on.
I
You know,
fucking love
seriously?
Rat.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
That's
Rat?
what I'm saying.
In our genre,
Rat,
our age.
yeah, it's what I grew up with. I'm into the Van Halens and the Rats and the Dawkins and the Scorpions and the
Hell
Van
yeah.
Halens, and that's my thing. I just never got into, a lot like you going back to your original question. What do you think when you see all these kids, the instrumental thing? I mean, they're playing cover songs, good for them. They've learned the song, but that's when I said, they're amazing. They're talented. Good for them. I'm happy for them. Their parents raised them right. Can they write a song?
Right.
Can they put a band together? Can they go on the road together? Can they survive for 10, 15, 20 years together? Do they get along? Can they sleep in a bus together for 15 years?
Yep.
Can they write a song?
Right. Right.
I mean, that's,
That's a
it's
great
really
point.
kind of,
That's an extremely good point.
Did we get into what your guys' formula is as far as?
we don't always get along.
Yeah.
Well, I
you
know-
better not. It's a
No,
family.
I know that, but
Yeah, it's a marriage, man.
how about,
I mean,
like, the
there's a lot of
songwriting?
things we don't see eye to eye on. Songwriting wise, we don't see eye to eye on shit.
Yeah.
Because I know Say
Absolutely.
Never doesn't.
Well-
Jonathan writes the music, but when it comes to input from me, him and I don't see eye to eye a lot. But most of the time we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if at the end product works, and you're happy with the end product, fucking rock on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just how it is with us. I mean, it's difficult, especially when you're getting into records 4, 5, 6 full length records. You're talking with EPs and stuff. We've written like 45, 50 songs now, and that's just the songs we've recorded. We've thrown away another dozen.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Oh, yeah.
mean, that's a lot of fucking material.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, the Bon Jovis of the world or the Scorpions who have been around since the 70s. I mean, that keep continually putting out records. Stryper keeps putting out records. How the
Yeah.
hell do they keep going?
Michael needs to slow down just a little bit, in my opinion. I love him. I love him. I know him. He's one of my all-time favorites. I almost wore a Stryper shirt
Stryper's
tonight.
a great thing.
Yeah.
But
Really?
he's doing his projects with George Lynch. He's doing projects with so-and-so, with Stryper, with his solo stuff. It's like, all right, it's all kind of starting to run together for me.
Well, yeah.
Right. Oh, I get it.
You got to strike while the iron is still warm. And that's what I think is happening.
Yeah.
It's almost like, Doug Pinnick is doing KXM. He's done stuff with Eric Gales. He's doing stuff. It's almost like, and if that was your only livelihood, you would be doing every project to find out what hits.
Would you?
Yeah, I mean if that was my only livelihood.
I think it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
I think guys like Ray Lazier, who is one of the greatest drummers on the planet.
Yeah.
He can do things like KXM. I mean, that's
that's the best band ever, in my opinion.
I'm kind of there with you on that one.
Yeah. So fun.
But I don't know. I think you can oversaturate yourself.
Yeah, I do too.
And I don't think Michael sounds good with George Lynch. I don't care.
Yeah. Speaking of sounds good or not good, my boy over here made a post on Grandpa Book the other day, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is this? The new Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me with a symphony.
Have you heard
Have
that,
you
Jimmy?
heard this?
Have you heard it?
I would rather not listen to that because I can't stand that song anyway. So I don't
Trust
need
me.
to hear a fucking orchestra.
Okay.
It's the most god awful thing I've ever heard. I'm embarrassed for them.
Yeah.
I really am.
Do yourself an in favor.
Get nice and just go smoke a joint,
and,
drink a beer, and listen to that.
And listen to
bullshit.
Def Leppard, Pour some Sugar on Me with the
Yeah,
Royal.
shum. Pour some sugar
Pour
on
some
me.
sugar on me with the Royal Philharmonic.
I don't know.
It's not even
It's
the
their
same.
new. They've got a new record out, and
It's not
with
even the same song.
It's just fucking bullshit. I don't know what it is. It's pay me some money.
Well,
It's a bag of milk.
yeah.
you got to
bag
also
of
realize that the fucking money guy that wrote all those riffs has been dead since '91.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve Clark was the guy that came up with those guitar riffs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, High and Dry and Pyromania and Hysteria. I mean, that dude, those three records right there, that's 50 million records sold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And then they put out that Def Leppard Vault with a couple more ballads on it, and 65 million records sold.
Yeah.
I'm a Def Leppard fan, but I like the classic Def Leppard.
Yeah.
I'm
with you on that too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. High and Dry is probably one of the best hard rock records out of the 80s, period.
Yeah.
What was the song? 2 Steps Behind.
Two Steps Behind is off the Vault. Yeah.
That was one of the last, like when they did that. I like that song. That was from a soundtrack, wasn't it? It was in a movie.
2 Steps Behind. I don't know. Was it a soundtrack?
I think it was on a soundtrack, but I really liked that song, and anything they did after that, I don't think.
Yeah.
They started losing. It's kind of like Dream Theater. Dream Theater.
We're going.
Yeah, we are going.
Not this Sunday next.
It's in August 5th. No, August.
No, it's coming up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so
we're going to Dream Theater. You want to go with us?
I am on tour in August.
Okay, this might be a July date.
Yeah, I have
16th,
to look. I can't
16th.
remember. I have to look. So anyway.
Well, yeah, the 16th I'm in. The 17th I'm in Detroit. 20th, 16th, maybe Revere, Boston, Mass. I'd have to look at my schedule. We leave the 12th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Yeah. Man. So I think the first, when Pull Me Under came out, I know exactly where I was when that song came out. I mean, I know exactly. I was in my car. I know exactly what part of the highway in St. Louis, Missouri I was on when I heard that. And it changed me.
Big Dream Theater guy, huh?
It changed that one. And then the 2 records after that. And then they started kind of losing me, doing the same thing where it just got a little bit too proggy for me.
Yeah.
But I really like, Awake was the last record that I think they did a lot of melodic music. It was, tasty drumming by Mike. The new stuff like that Octavian or whatever, it was just like, how many notes can you put? Let's see how fast the guitar player and keyboard player can play together.
Yeah.
If
it gets over our head and we understand music, it's going over 97%.
Well, total musicians band, but almost not even musicians.
Yeah, but I mean, Pull Me Under was kind of a
that was balls and chunk.
Yeah, but it was also girls could understand that.
Yeah, they still don't like it though.
Yeah, really. Okay. All right. Well,
not mine anyway.
Yeah, I hear you. So you were just saying, what's next for Kickin Valentina? You guys are heading out in July.
Even the 12th, you said?
Yeah, we've got our agent. These are the new dates from our new agency, and he booked us in. We're doing an East Coast run, Jersey, Providence, Rhode Island, Revere, Mass, which is outside of Boston, and a city in New York, Oneida,
I think.
Yeah. And then we
I bet they have good lobster rolls.
I bet they don't have lobster rolls like City Eats.
No, I said
probably
I bet
not.
They do have lobster rolls.
Well, they will, but not like City Eats.
I'm telling you. And then we do like a couple dates in Michigan, a date in Ohio, and then we come home. Then 3 days later, we fly out. We do Tucson, Phoenix. We headline the Whiskey on Thursday, August 3rd.
That's cool.
Yeah, our first time playing out there too, man. And they're paying us. I can't believe it. Sacramento and Fresno. So, we're doing all new markets. This whole run's new markets except for Detroit. which is fantastic. Our agent's done a great job. AFM Entertainment, fucking Len's killing it for us. He's very happy. I'm very happy with that. Then we come home and we have a couple weeks off, and then we go back to Europe for a quick week and a half run, do Center Rock Festival over there and a couple dates in Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, and Italy. And then come home, and I think we might have a weekend in November. But other than that, it's all systems go on we're going to take a month off, and we got to get this record packaged, mixed, mastered, delivered to the record label. It has to happen yesterday,
Right.
because we want to get the thing out in spring, because we usually go over to Europe in April, May. And I know there's some events over there that are interested in having us next year, and it has to be out by then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to screw up our schedule.
Yeah.
And then I know we'll be going to the UK probably in August, maybe May. Maybe if we get lucky, there's an event that we're trying to get on in May. That's a long shot, but if we do, everybody will know about it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: you just named a lot of locations across the globe.
Yeah.
Has there been a location that you've gone to in anywhere on the globe that when you rolled up in this area, you were like, "Oh wow, this feels like home. I could live here."
I really, really like parts of Switzerland.
Wow.
Yeah. The Zurich region in Switzerland is killer. Copenhagen, Denmark's great, and Nottingham, England is straight up fucking rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sherwood Forest is there somewhere?
Yeah. Nottingham, fucking Sheriff of Nottingham, Robin Hood crap, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
Edinburgh, Scotland's absolutely gorgeous too.
Yeah.
It's like you're in fantasy land walking around that city.
Yeah.
It's Harry Potter world, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It looks just like all that shit. It's amazing. So there's quite a few places that I've been that I could say that I could live, but I really like Prague, Czech Republic too. That city's amazing too.
Yeah.
So
I like Lake
Germany.
Tahoe.
I mean,
Tahoe. Yeah.
I like Lake Tahoe. I could live there.
Yeah.
No problem. Where are you playing in Ohio? Just real quick.
Columbus.
Oh, Columbus. Okay.
Well, the flip side question to that question is, what is the place that you rolled into and you got out of you got out of the van? You were like, I never want to be here.
I don't even want to go inside.
I don't even want to get out of the van. What's that place?
I know there's a place. Let me think.
It's here in
The
town.
shittiest shithole.
I know what it is for me, but I'm not going to say.
Are we talking about anywhere in the world or the United States?
No,
whatever
the
you
world. That, like you rolled up and you were like,
Man,
It might not.
There's been a lot of them, or you haven't had any.
The thing is that, you roll into these places and you're like, wow, what a dump. And then you go on stage and there's 150, 200 people in front of you. Where the fuck did they come from?
Yeah.
That is
you know
true.
what I'm saying? I don't want to throw any of those cities under the bus.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's
All right, forget that question.
That's fair. That's the first time I've ever asked that question too.
Yeah. It's a stupid question. Throw it in the trash.
Oh, it's a great
It is
question.
an excellent question. I agree, but nobody's going to throw
there's
it.
I'll tell you what I love. I'll tell you the cities that I love. I just can't tell you the cities that I don't care for that much, because I might not care for too much that I think are dumps.
Yeah.
They usually show up for our shows.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah, and there's actually some.
Good call, Jimmy.
There's actually some, there's actually some vibe of that, that gritty, Gotham type of vibe where those are your people. You know what I mean? Like, it might look Detroit.
Some of these less fortunate cities that are a little run down. That's blue collar, man. They're the ones that look like that.
Yeah. I can say Detroit for me because my family was from there and I still have family there. And when I go up there, I
love that city.
I know. I go up there and I'm like, man, this looks really dirty on the outside. But then we get together and we go out to and in the know type of circles, and it's like, oh, this place is great, you know.
Yeah, we play the Token Lounge up there July 20th.
Oh, nice.
You ever heard of that?
No.
Livonia.
Oh,
It's been there for like 40 years, man. The owner John's amazing. Our promoter John's amazing. Really, to be honest, since we've been going up there the last 8 years, dude, they've done a lot of cleanup in
I
Detroit.
heard
Your
that.
infrastructure up there, your builds and your highways and
Yep.
shit are fucking brand new, dude. It's
Yeah.
in downtown Detroit. They've cleaned it up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I heard
I mean,
that.
don't get me wrong. There's shit all over every city, but
Yeah.
I dig Detroit, man. Detroit's a fucking great market to play.
Yeah, I heard
It's a
that recently
man.
as
That's why
well.
they wrote the song.
Yeah.
Huh?
I heard that recently as well, that they're on the comeback. You know, some
Oh,
of
yeah.
those vacant Skeletor buildings have been kind of taken care of, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting to see what happened, you know, to that whole city from the '60s into the '70s, and then it turned to what it did in the '80s, '90s. You know, it's just
Yeah, well, it's that
you
Barry
just
and Barry guy, wasn't it?
you said something early on the podcast about being in Europe, and everything is old there. Nothing's old here in
Yeah.
the States, and
Right.
that's a growing pain. Detroit, I think, was a
Yeah.
growing pain that we got to see happen, and hopefully learn from, and
Right.
revitalize and bring it back to you know, a great place. But um,
Yep.
I don't know if I have anything else. It's been
Well,
great,
let's
Jimmy.
land the plane.
Yeah, Jimmy, let's land this thing, and you know, safe travels. Obviously,
Yeah, I love you guys, man. You guys are one of my favorite bands around here. Yeah, since I first met you
Dude, I
guys.
really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, man. Dude, thank you. My guys, thank you too. You know,
Of
we always
course.
have fun when we play gigs together. So
Yeah,
I'm sure we
definitely.
will again.
Yeah, yeah. I
Absolutely.
hope so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, safe travels, and you know, and tell people where to go to see all your websites, your socials, all that. Where do they find you?
If you want to go to our website, it's kickinvalentina.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know, all you got to do is search engine Kickin Valentina. We'll pull right up. You can find our music on any music format: Google Music, Amazon Music, iTunes, Spotify. You can stream us there if that's what you want to do. We would prefer you go to our website and buy a CD or a vinyl.
Definitely.
But if you want to stream, you can find us on Spotify, and you know it's is what it is. You know, other than that, you know, we love our fans. KB Mob rules.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the support and love that people here in Atlanta and around the world has given us. So if you're listening, thank you very much. Me and the other three guys, we appreciate you very much. And I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come on and chit chat.
Absolutely.
It's
Thank
fun.
you for coming. Jimmy
Absolutely.
Berdine.
Yeah, and have fun with that new kit. I know you're gonna.
Yeah,
I know that's
dude.
exactly what he's gonna go.
Is
do.
that what you're
The
going to be
second
doing
I have
tonight?
my phone up, I'm going downstairs, dude.
All
It's
right,
like
bud.
Christmas and fucking June, man.
Yeah, brother. You're going to have to text me a picture of it.
Yeah, and we're gonna come to
Yeah.
City Eats in Alpharetta and go get.
Oh,
I
for
want
sure.
I want a cheesesteak. He wants
Him
a lobster.
and I will come up there for sure,
Yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
I'm going to get a lobster.
Like
roll.
If you guys
ASAP.
are off during the day, I'm there on Tuesday days and Friday days. If not, Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sunday nights.
All right, I'm
All right.
gonna come see you.
We'll
for
make
sure.
it happen
Yeah.
for sure soon.
Cool. I appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah.
All right,
man.
brother. That was fun.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks,
peace-
guys.
All right, take care, brother.
You're watching the Original Music Podcast with your hosts Raymond Hems and Rick Gaffman.